What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at, inform Fabinho. He has got himself an 89 headliner. Don't know how he got a headliner. I don't know if it's literally just they've chosen his in-game performances. Even though he's not got an inform, potentially he could be doing quite well for them. For me, we've got him as an 88 red, so very, very happy with that. In terms of fodder, whether he's worth actually playing is the other question. He's got 69 pace on the base, and that will already deter people. Even with a shadow, he'd still only have 78 acceleration, 80 sprint speed. For me, that is pretty poor, and I just don't think you can get past that. 6'2", medium high, right footed, with no traits, and obviously we'll look at his kind of defensive ability before judging him and throwing him in the bin straight away. Obviously the shadow will take his pace up to 79, and it will give his defending up to 95, and it'd be a 90 DM. It's pretty standard. Obviously passing wise, short and long is looking good. Everything else is below average, which is expected. In terms of dribbling, agility, balance, as we can imagine, he isn't necessarily the quickest player in the world in terms of turning, so his agility balance does reflect that. And then we've got decent-ish reactions, good composure, dribbling's not great obviously, and the ball control is semi-good, with then fantastic defending and physicals on the base. Obviously with that 95 defending, you have no qualms about that. That's going to be absolutely fantastic. And then the physicality, 90 stamina is brilliant, you'll take it, but to be honest, he still can't run very fast. And then we've got the 83 strength and 88 aggression, so it just kind of a swings and roundabouts card. There is parts of him that are actually nice, but then there's so much wrong with him that I just don't think he is rectifiable. And this is why at 88 rated Brazilian Liverpool CDM at the moment is only 67k on the first day. So that kind of screams to me how much he's going to be useful in this game. We're going to jump in and see him anyway, just to make sure that we're not kind of missing out on someone who can play objectives or can play anything like that. So let's jump into him and see what Fabinho can do. First touches from Fabinho. Doesn't manage to find in the striker. Let's have a look at this pace, see what we can get from him. Does manage to get back into position. We love that. Just not enough agility at the moment, we can see. It's very, very noticeable straight off the bat. Fabinho closing Wallace down. Just not finding him in that right position there. Does take the ball away. Get with this counter. We can see him going down the wing. Lovely pass into Lucas Moura. Fabinho's making that run back, trying to make sure he closes down all the angles. He will be a decent DM in terms of tackling. It might be literally just the pace that really lets him down, and it's such a shame because I think if he managed to get like a team of the season or some sort of big upgrade, I know he's never really been the fastest card on the market, very much like a Busquets, very good at the tackling, passing's decent, it's just the pace that really lets the card down. And as we can see him kind of being in a lovely position to make as many pass forward as possible and getting really involved. Fabinho with the interception, and then gets absolutely nailed from behind. Into Fabinho, gonna push the ball forward. This is a little bit of a through ball. Fabinho out. Gonna find the pass across. It's a cracking ball again. One thing he definitely does have is that lovely little bit of through ball knowledge. To Fabinho again. Can we find with him? Does feel very clunky, which we kind of expected from him. He's not necessarily known for his agility side of stuff, so it's kind of just expected, and that is exactly why he probably isn't going to be anybody's first choice in terms of a DM. Fabinho again, simple and calm. Love to see it from him. He's a very good passer of the game, finds the space lovely. And Aspas with the goal. Beautiful indeed. It's just what you want from him, really. Absolutely clinical finishing. Into Fabinho again. He does seem to be that sort of player that would be kind of like the centerpiece of passing. He may not have the pace, but it's like anything. When you've kind of got something so low, there's always something they are pretty good at. It's a great ball in. It's a great ball again into a penalty. Fabinho into the pass. Is he onside? If so, that is a cracking ball, and Lucas with a beauty of a goal. Going to find Fabinho. He's going to knock that ball in lovely to Aspas. He's going to chip the keeper as well. And again, a beautiful combination of a Fabinho through ball and Aspas to score it. Fabinho's going to come in with the tackle. It's lovely stuff from him. And again, with that interception, you love to see him, honestly. He's going to keep going forward. Finds in Lucas. Skips past one. Into Fabinho again. Not going to get the pass off, but he's kept the ball. Just not managed to do anything with him. This is going to be the big problem with him, and I think we've already pretty much sussed him out in the few matches that we've had already. It is the pace. It's the massive issue. Obviously, we knew it beforehand. It's kind of just showing you in kind of person what it is all about. The pace is the big kind of like key with a lot of players. With now most players having like 90 something pace or having the option of a 90 pace CDM or something along them lines, you're always going to choose that one. Even with the kind of more increased defending stats that he has, you're still going to struggle with kind of linking him up and kind of like making him more usable than what other cards can be used at. Fabinho sees it out wide. He has got a lovely pass on him, I will tell him that. He has got a very, very nice kind of like through ball. If you get it right, you can really kind of like just pick out an attacker. And he is constantly on the ball. In this DM role, we are seeing him push a bit further than what I would like. Obviously, as more of a DM role, I'd expect that as the middle cam. But he does do well. He comes back at his own pace to some extent. It is mainly just the acceleration and kind of like the people just playing off him as such that really kind of make him struggle a little bit. So going into the overall for big boy Fabinho then. So we did whack a shadow on him, which to be honest does do a lot. He is just too slow, unfortunately. We knew it from the very beginning, but we wanted to give him a go. It's one of my better red picks that we've got in terms of rate, and I think Edison is the only other one, and that is only a +1 extra. So very, very happy with the 88 and 86 red picks this week. We will be completing FUT Champs now. From now on until team of the season. I felt like I finished the sentence. But in terms of kind of this playability, I feel like he potentially is a little bit too expensive for fodder at the moment, but more than likely that's where he's going to go, into a big icon pack or something like that. If they bring out a big icon SBC, potentially that could be where this guy goes, because an 88 in form, or at least a red in form, is going to be big fodder. Like, we've got a Ronaldo duplicate at the moment, so we've got enough fodder to kind of keep him in the club at the moment. I do like my reds, and next year I will be focusing on getting every single red possible and keeping them in the club for as long as possible. I really want to try and kind of just absolutely bulk out the club, and getting this card now with the potential of the last 15 to 12 weeks of FUT Champs. If I had all the reds built up now, it'd have been actually quite a nice team to kind of really see what we've got. And it's something we can look at next year. Maybe we do a little series like FUT Champs Reds or something like that. We kind of just play with them and see what they can do. Obviously, each week we get 2 or 3 more. Obviously, you've got to get Elite for free, which unfortunately we haven't done. But in terms of Fabinho's overall, I just don't think he's good enough, and I feel like a lot of people will agree with that. The chance that Fabinho's got into making it into any sort of team is a flashback or some sort of version. I don't know why I've gone off him, but a flashback or some sort of version that just makes him so much better. Obviously, we got a summer heat last year with the big pace increase, a +18 from his base. That is what we need. That is absolutely perfect in what we need. Obviously, oh geez, he got a 95. That is cracking from the final FUT swaps. But that pretty much is what we need for him. It's going to be the only option for him to get any sort of use in a game. Obviously, he has got a headliner at centre-back, but again, the pace is still too short. I feel like a 94, 95 summer heat footies, or whatever you want to give him, will be the better option in my opinion. Overall wise then, I'm going to give him a solid 7.8 out of 10. Let me know down below if you did get him a red as well. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.